Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, also known as AudreyalKoinva, and you are finally listening to another Why Run podcast live. Sup? And check it. We got JustRob on the mic, on the pedestal. Give him a big round of applause.
Boo! What the tomatoes on the stage?
No. Then those ones are gonna be escorted out of the building. Yes.
Tomatoes. How you doing, babe?
Tomatoes. I'm good. How are you, babe?
I'm good.
Long time no live. What's up with that?
I know. What's up with that?
Dang, I didn't hear from you since Valentine's Day, babe.
I know. I just hit it and left. I ran away.
No
Sorry.
shit, man. I didn't know how to feel with that 20 sitting on the table, babe.
Oh, no. We're telling secrets.
It's out there now.
How did that make you feel?
Man, you know what? I threw that in the gas tank, you know, and the sex was bomb. I'm not complaining.
It could have been worse. I could have gone over there, been there 2 days, and spent my time on social media instead of with you. So.
Dude. Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's ridiculous, man. Like, if you've done that to me, yeah, like, I'd be pissed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would be like, yo, like, you came all the way over here to chill and kick it with me, not just to fuck, but, like, yeah, like, I'd be hurt. Like, I'd be mad.
But, okay, my question is, if you're spending your entire time that you're supposed to be visiting with someone that you love on social media, are you guys even spending any time together?
Probably just at night. Probably just at night, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just... Oh my gosh. Like, I would just hope that we would know each other very well. But I mean, if we're acting like that, we don't know each other very well.
It's almost like we can't stand to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm not gonna lie. I know we're joking right now about Valentine's Day or whatever. Since then, every time that we've either had some time where we're not working or we're not doing our thing, it's either we cast or we have sex. And it's like, I'm gonna choose sex no matter what. I'm gonna choose sex over podcasting any day. So, if we do have some time to either podcast or be together, I'm gonna
We
choose
finna
you.
Smash.
Yeah. So, that's part of the reason why we haven't been on, because we have been spending time together, so I don't regret it. But
We've been connecting, you dig?
yes, we have.
Yes, JustRob has just been digging me out. If we're not
All
casting,
right,
he's
that's too
digging
much.
me out.
No. Yeah, this is not gonna be a sex cast.
No, not today. Not today. Anyway, if you guys want that content, you want to hit up our OnlyFans. Wait.
Check out my OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh. You know they're standing outside your OnlyFans holding a teddy bear, trying to be all hard and masculine with his head tilted to the side, like, yeah.
No.
First in line, dog. Why you look like a snack, dog?
I'm just here supporting you, bro. No. Get away.
With your Dollar Tree teddy bear.
No. I'm scared now.
Aw, don't be scared. It's just a tip that he take it out.
No tips for me.
Shit.
But yes, the last time we were on here was what, Valentine's Day?
Yes.
So how's it been going since then?
Man, honestly, it's been rough. I would say spiritually, but you know that I live day to day more in the modern world than the spiritual world. So for me, I just been working myself. I've just been overworking myself, I guess, because now I'm a level 2 in Amazon, and at the current moment it doesn't really mean anything because I just canceled a block. I didn't tell you, but I canceled a block.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm just burnt out already, because you and I know that I've been trying to get to level 2 so that I can start doing deliveries in California, and that didn't work out. And oh yeah, I want to do a little promo. Yo, so if you guys didn't know, I have another podcast and another podcast. But this particular podcast I started in, what was it, 2019, 2020? It's called the Re-Up Podcast, and I got a new podcast cover for the Re-Up. So you guys go over to Spotify and check it out. It's called the Re-Up Podcast. And I got a new podcast cover. And oh shit, what was that? Oh, that was my phone. Okay. Sorry. Dude, I lost what I was gonna say. Do you remember what I was gonna say?
That you've been overwhelmed with work.
Okay.
Putting too much on your plate.
Yes. So I just got burnt out from trying to get to level 2 to be able to change regions, and that's the reason why I brought up the Re-Up. On the Re-Up, I did explain a little bit of the situation of why I was unable to go to California. But bottom line, go check out the Re-Up. It's on there. But I was trying to get to level 2 so that I can go to California to deliver packages with Amazon. And I just got burnt out. I got burnt out from getting to that level, and then it was like, okay, you were talking to me about all the things that I needed to change and all the things that I needed to do in spirituality to I guess to do my job better. And I've done that. It's been going great, but I just got overworked once again. So I kind of feel like I'm back to that, but because we are making improvements together as one, because that's one of the things that we wanted to talk about, was that we're having to change not our entire regimen, but to include each other together and not as individuals. I feel like, yeah, I am wiped out from working modernly, but I am feeling a lot more balanced with the modern and the spiritual side to be able to, yeah, it may not be Amazon, but I'm doing a lot better and falling back in love with doing food deliveries. So that's what I've been doing and working on since our last episode.
Yeah. Well, I think it sounds like I called you out, but you called me out first. And of course I needed that. I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Sometimes I didn't even know what I was supposed to be doing, so it's hard to do it when you don't know what's needed. But you and I were talking, and you were like, you pretty much lit a fire under my ass, and you were like, you need to start. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I started to write more. I started to record stuff, and it's almost like it clicked. I was like, nobody's doing what we're supposed to be doing. Like, it's almost like we're letting bad things just get away with doing bad things. And I guess it's kind of easy for us to fall back into that too. Like, oh, well, does it really make a difference? What am I doing? Why am I wasting my time and my energy? Because like you said, it does get overwhelming. So when I looked at myself and I was like, okay, I need to make a choice. If I'm gonna do the spiritual stuff and be a spiritual person, then I need to do my purpose. I can't just be like, oh yeah, I can see and predict things and all these things, right? And then not do anything with it. So when you and I were talking, you said, I don't remember exactly what you said, but you told me that you were feeling kind of overwhelmed, like you didn't know what to do. And that's when I pointed out to you, like, you're still trying to do things on your own. You're still, both in the spiritual and the modern, you are still acting like you're on your own. We need to learn to, like, we're a couple now. We're one. You're not alone anymore. And so you and I had that conversation, and I guess it kind of goes into like what this whole topic is about. It's about the shift. A lot of other things happen, and I don't know if we should talk about that or not, because it's almost like giving shitty people the insight on how we got here. But I think the point is that there was a shift. You felt it, I felt it, and then I started seeing other people talk about this shift. I don't know if you want to get into that or you want me to keep going.
I want you to keep going, because this is like I don't want to jump from chapter to chapter. I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to jump around if we're like focused on this one other thing.
Yeah.
But when you're done saying what you need to say, then we can go into it, because I feel like it would make more sense.
I wanted to get your perspective or your side of that shift between you and me before we talk about how we've noticed other people acting.
Okay, well, you said something that I want to go back on when I mentioned it and then you mentioned it about us doing things together and not as individuals. I want to point out that I said to Rob a couple of days ago that, you know, being in a relationship, a friendship, a marriage, even as spiritual individual spiritual beings, it's like, no matter what this is, it is a lot more different than a modern friendship, a modern relationship, because it's almost like, if you guys ever listen to the Why Run podcast, like past episodes, I'm talking like over a year ago, even in the Re-Up podcast, I did say things like, if I was in a relationship or if I was married, this person better do this for me. This person better have it all together, all figured out before I can even give this person a glance, a second glance, right? But it's almost like that's a modern person I'm talking about, right? And it's like, I don't want to say that I'm giving Rob a pass, right? On those modern things, because our relationship, our friendship, our marriage, it is not modern. It's a spiritual one. So it's almost like some of those things that were like a requirement to me, they're not requirements anymore because it's different. And I think that's what I was this whole time, separating myself from these people that I was dating, right? So when we talk about us being individuals and us trying to do things like together, because it's almost like I'm still holding that separation, but in a modern way, Rob opened my eyes and he said it. And I was like, whoa. and it, I don't want to say it's a shift, but it was an awakening, because I never would have figured that out, because I am kind of blinded by the modern world. I needed Rob to tell me about myself, and like, hey, you're not an individual anymore. No matter what that means, in modern or spiritual wise, you are not an individual anymore. It's the two of us. It's the both of us. We are one. So I just wanted to I guess wake people up about the difference, that if you feel that you still have that, okay, if you feel like you are still separating yourself from the person that you are with, and I would only hope that you both are spiritual beings, that way you guys can be on that same level and not separate yourselves, because that is something that we have to look at ourselves and be like, okay, I am not just doing my abilities, my purposes by myself. Sure, there are some things, like if you have a certain way of doing your prayers, or whatever, like you both can have different beliefs. It's having that respect for it, and acknowledge it, and not make one belief over the other, that you guys are on the same page. You guys still believe solely in the same things. It just looks differently, right? So that's kind of how you guys should, I guess, realign yourselves and understand that way you both can go on together, not as individuals, even though you guys may have two different separate abilities. Your beliefs are a bit different, but it's almost like if you both do your own part, and as long as it merges you guys together to get the same results, you both are on the right track. And I just wanted to say that.
I think what triggered me to say that to you was when you said, I feel like I've already mastered the spiritual part. And not that you were saying that you were bored with it, but you told me that you were kind of bored with the modern stuff. And I told you that's why you need variety. That's why you need to be able to do multiple different things, which you have the ability to do. But then that's when I told you, I was like, baby, you did master the spiritual part as a single woman. You're not a single woman anymore. You have to learn how to be a married woman now. And I think that's what made you realize, like, oh shit, I'm not alone anymore. I do have to learn to walk this path with someone. Because spiritually speaking, I always saw us, but I always saw me ahead of you, which is weird, because I don't feel like in my spiritual journey, I don't feel like I'm stronger than you. I don't feel like I'm advanced. I feel like I'm learning from you, right? So, but I always saw myself in front of you, and I didn't understand what that meant. And I feel like when I made the decision to go full on, and you and I were gonna be a spiritual couple, which is the reason why we got married, which is the reason why everything else has happened so fast. I mean, we're not even a year in, and I always felt like I'm learning from you. I'm following you, but yet I see myself in front of you. Because when I made that decision, like, yes, I'm gonna accept this full on, I saw us as one person. We became one to me way back then. And I feel like, I don't know if you just hadn't seen it, or you were so confident that, okay, I got this and I'm gonna teach you. But you were teaching me as you were still looking at yourself like you yourself. It wasn't us. And then when you accepted that, it did shift. I felt the shift, you felt the shift. And because it's almost like we both woke up at the same time. And we're like, okay, this is the reality, this is where we are now. And that created that bigger shift that we both, not just us, felt, but I've noticed other people talking about, and there was an energy shift. And yeah, it was strong. It was powerful. And even if people don't think that they're a spiritual person, or they don't believe in it, or whatever their stance on spirituality is, the truth is that you play a part. Whether you believe or you don't, it doesn't matter, because if you don't believe, you're on the side of the people that either don't accept it, they accepted that they're the dark side of spirituality, because there is a dark and light side. Sometimes we can dip into both of them. We know which one we actually follow, or where we stand. But whether you like it or not, you're part of that. You're part of that experiment. And when things shift like this, you do have to make a choice. So I think Audie, you know what I told you about these shitty people. I don't know what else to call them. They're shitty people. But because they know about the spiritual aspect of life, they're aware of it, they still make the choice to be on that side of it. But they felt it too. And I've heard them talking about it. I know that they know that something shifted. They felt it. They're still deciding to be on that side. Okay, that's cool. But for the people that don't believe in it, they just haven't felt it yet. It's coming. This is not just one big shift that happened. It's gonna come in layers. People are gonna have to wake up to it, because it's not gonna be silent anymore. You're gonna feel it inside of yourself. You're gonna feel like, I need to make a choice. Something has to change. And I hope you're ready for it, because it is coming, whether you like it or not. And I'm not talking to you, Audrey, I'm talking to the people that are listening. But yeah, go ahead and talk about the shift that you felt.
Well, I want to say something to the people that don't understand, or if they feel or think that, like, oh, I didn't feel anything. Maybe it pertains to you guys, and it won't affect me. It won't come to me. I'm going to give you guys an example. Okay, say that you didn't feel the shift. You don't know what the hell we're talking about. You don't know what other people are talking about. But if you think that it's not going to affect you, guess what? It's going to affect the people that are sensitive, that are empaths. They are going to feel it, and they're going to act on it without even knowing it. So let's say that your girlfriend is an empath, right? And you get on her about being too sensitive, or she can't take a joke, or, whatever. She may feel it, and guess what? It just might impact your relationship. Something might happen with her, or even her friends, her family, and guess what? You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it by how hard it hits you. And it may not even be her. It could be someone at your job. It could be your boss. It could affect your job, your money. It's almost like when we had the shutdown. It affected everybody. And whether you guys want to take this as spirituality, if you guys want to say that it's politics, it's government, because people were talking about, when AT&T went down, and some of the banks went down, and then all of a sudden it's back, and you guys wonder about Instagram shutting down and then coming back, and and it's like that. Of course that is somewhat of a shift, but that just proves how much you all are dependent on banks, how much you are all dependent on your cell phone service. that shows you guys how dependent you are on Instagram. Okay, so if you don't know what these shifts are, because all of that is modern, yes, but it does impact people that are spiritual, because it's more than just companies that we rely on every day shutting down. These things that we feel spiritually, it is something like that, but this has to do with you individually. And like Rob said, he heard people talking about this, you know, in podcasts, live streams, and these are shitty people that are discussing this. And it's like, who the fuck are these people to talk about this shift? And, you know, like saying like, oh yeah, you know, I felt the shift and yeah, things are gonna happen, but then fucking turn around and be like horn dogs with their prickly peen talking about or quoting what was it, quoting passages in the Bible, and then going around talking about, oh my god, what was it, deep throat something, I don't fucking know, it's fucking disgusting. But this person supposedly felt the shift, and he still didn't try to correct himself after that shift. So yes, it is your choice what you want to do. It's your choice what you want to change, if you want to change. But acknowledging the shift and then turning your face, turning your body, and not addressing what this could mean, then yeah, that's welcome to the first step of fucking up your life.
Yeah, because they made the choice to ignore it. That's why I said it's coming for everybody. Whether you felt it the first time or you're gonna feel it coming up, you will feel it. It's like you were saying, it does affect the people around you, whether you believe in it or not. Something like what is it? Mercury retrograde, right? Some people don't know what that is, but they
you
still feel it.
You want to explain it?
What?
Do you want to explain it?
No, not really, because I don't know what it means. I just know that it makes you feel like it's almost like decompressing, like you have to slow down, whether you like it or not.
So is it along the lines like a full moon that just makes people like weird?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's from what I understand is it's almost like it makes you stop. It makes you have to step back and look at the big picture. And for some people that are fighting what it actually means for them, it makes them depressed, it makes them sad, it makes them just feel the weight of the world. And because they haven't made that choice yet, you have to make a choice. What are you going to do with this? You can't ignore it. And that's what it's asking you. It's pretty much forcing you to look at it. And like how you said it affects the people around you, because even if you don't believe in it, but your girlfriend feels it, she's gonna act different with you. Things in your home are gonna change, or your girlfriend, your wife, whatever, your partner feels it. It's gonna change how things move around in your house, like how she functions in the house or how you function in the house. So it does affect you whether you like it or not, whether you believe in it or not. This is the same thing that we're talking about with the shift that happened. You may not have felt it, but somebody did around you, and it's gonna start showing up. And then once it does hit you and you know about it, because like I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna feel it one way or another. When you do feel it, you have to make a choice, whether you're gonna believe in it or not. But it's not gonna be like ignorance is bliss, like, oh, I don't know what that means, but you know, I'm still gonna play I'm still gonna be on the fence about it. It's not gonna work that way anymore. It's either or. You have to make a choice. Whether you believe in it and you accept it, or you know about it and you deny it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like saying, fuck, I was gonna give a red balloon analogy and I don't even know why. So okay, write that down, red balloon. It means something. But
Writing it down.
yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. You're just gonna have to make a choice. You can't ignore it anymore. It's gonna come to you at some point. And that's what happened with us. And because of that, and because we did see it coming, I think I saw it coming a couple days before I felt it. I think when I felt it and I accepted it and we talked about it and we decided, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Ever since then, it's like I'm completely open to just everything else that's going on, and I'm also doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. So I'm more aligned with where I'm supposed to be, which is, it's good, but it doesn't feel good. It's almost like you have to heal from certain things, and sometimes you don't even recognize that that's an issue for you. But you can't ignore it anymore. You have to address it, and you have to heal from it. You have to do the hard things. For instance, this week, I know what I have to do. I know that I have to cut ties with certain people, and I did that already. And I could have been like, oh, I don't need to hit them up. I don't need to tell them anything. I'll just stop talking to them. That's not fair. That's not fair to them, and that's not fair to me, because I'm not closing that chapter off. Now that I did it and everybody knows what it is, then cool. Like, I'm not even giving them the choice. It's not their choice anymore. I'm the one that made the decision. Like, I can't be your friend anymore. This is my choice, and you have to accept it, because I gave you the chance. I gave you the chance. I gave you the choice, and you took a choice. You made up your mind. You were just not adult enough to tell me your choice. So I'm being an adult and I'm cutting it off. So it is that way. That's what the shift is about. You can't play the fucking fence anymore. You gotta make a choice. Because, like I said, it's gonna come in layers. Even for us that felt it, we made the choice. There's another part of it coming. So I know that some people don't believe in the Bible and what the Bible says, and the chapter Revelations where it's talking about the end of times. Something is gonna end. You gotta be on the right side of this shit, because whether you like it or not, it's coming for you too. Babe, where are you?
No, I'm here. I'm just thinking about everything that you said.
It's scary, but it's true.
It is scary, and I would say one of the most scariest things, though, is that these people, they're not sorry. They're not sorry for what they've done or what they haven't done. There was literally no effort in trying to connect and repair and making it right. And it's almost like, okay, so you're absolutely fine with how this is. And let me tell you guys that this is one of the prime examples of how you see people and how they see the world. It's almost like, how can you expect certain people to come back and repair and make right with you? That's how they view the world. Something that I also wanted to, I guess, point out is that I don't know where to begin, because you mentioned things that well, also I wanted to get into side effects that we were feeling when okay, because you felt the side effects before I did, but that's a little later. But when you talk about cutting ties and viewing how, like, they didn't even fight for you, like that's the crazy thing. And it's like, okay, you can't expect this certain person to fight for you when we thought the world of that person. That these people, yeah, they say that they're not about drama, but here they are in drama type casts, hanging and talking with and befriending, texting in chat boxes and in private chats with these toxic drama people. Okay,
dramatical people.
Not dramatical. You're dramatical. I said drama type. That's different. There is a difference. But if you see where they place themselves, they want to stay in a shitty world.
Exactly.
And that's what blows me when it's like, okay, they can be that person there. And we see their true potential if they were placed in a better world. Does that make sense? But it's the fact that they stay and they remain and they keep going back and just sopping on it. And it's like, why there and not here? You know, because again, we see who we thought they really were. And maybe within that time, within the year, maybe they changed and they're not that same person anymore, but they're accusing you of changing. And that's where it's like, how would you know that, or how could you think that when you haven't been keeping a communication with me? And it was so easy for them to not want to repair with you. And where I'm going with this is, okay, there was a shift, right? And again, if you feel like it's not impacting you, it's gonna impact other people. Okay, so the shift got to you, and it was like, you know what? I have to cut ties because I need to be better focused. I need to fix the things that I know that I am not doing, or, you know, I need to do better. I need more focus to join those in the world that have felt the shift and they felt their need to change, because it's like, all right, what is the purpose of this shift? The purpose of this shift is that it's supposed to wake everybody the fuck up, and we're all supposed to come together as a unit for the world. No matter what your belief, no matter what your religion is, because all of what we want, all of the change that we're doing, it's all going to result in the same thing. So religion doesn't matter, belief doesn't matter. It's the change that you put within yourself. Sure, you can go out and try to fix your community and let them know, right? Whether you do a food drive, whether you donate to the children's hospital, it comes in many different variations. But the end result is peace, love, community, communication, respect, acknowledgement. It's all of these things. That's what the shift is. And when you have one individual that's one bad apple in the bunch, you place that bad motherfucker in with the good, guess what? It starts to spread. So cutting ties is very necessary, and it hurts. I wasn't even close with that person, but I knew, I acknowledged, and I respected this person. And total flip from the times that Rob and I were both trying to do this thing together. And because we were working as then, because I didn't get it individually, what I was trying to do, and Rob was in this with me together, our marriage, our lives, our modern responsibilities, this is the payback that we got. This is the payback that we received believing in these people. And it pisses me off. So I said it. If anybody's listening to this, shame on you. Because all of these people, not just in that certain community, but it's everyone around the world. And it goes back to what I've been saying. You guys see shit happen, but you guys don't do anything. Now there's a big fucking shift, whether it was spiritually, where we're all supposed to come together and repair ourselves and repair our community and repair the world. You'd rather be here.
Hold on. You need to repeat what you said after you said whether it was a spiritual shift, because you were breaking up pretty bad.
What?
Yeah.
See, they're not liking it.
I know.
Well, my whole entire point is that they would rather be in a shitty world. Not doing anything. Again, they see things happen, but they don't say anything, they don't do anything, and they don't try to change anything. And fuck the people that say, I'm not trying to change nobody. Why? When you know what that person is doing is wrong. It's impolite, it's rude, it's shitty. You're letting them get away.
Yeah.
See, so that's what's wrong.
I was gonna say, I think it did happen with these people too. It's almost like if something was to happen to them, if I really value them and I feel like we're friends, we're not just people that hang around, we're actual friends. If something happens to them, of course I'm gonna speak up and I'm gonna defend them. They're my friends. But if I want to play it like they do and be like, oh, it has nothing to do with me, you know, this person was talking shit about you, it has nothing to do with me. So to me that sounds like, if you need my help, I'm not gonna be there for you. So why would I continue wanting to be friends with these people? That's why when you and I got together and it was official that we were gonna be together, and some people didn't like it and they stopped talking to me, and you felt bad because of that. You were telling me that you felt like I lost my friends because of you, and I kept trying to help you see that I didn't lose anybody. You know, if I lost people because you and I got together, then they were never my people. If anything, you saved me from them. You showed me who my true and real people were, and it wasn't them. So why would I want to keep a friendship with someone that's not okay with you for no fucking reason? Like I told you too, if you were a shitty person to them and they were telling me like, hey, well, when you're not around, she talks shit to us or she makes us feel this way, okay, then I would understand that. But they're over here acting like they're your friends too. Like they were your friends and they were my friends, and then we got together and it's like, oh, we can't be friends anymore. It's like that doesn't make sense to me. And if that's the case, and you're gonna make me want to choose between my friendship with you or my marriage, then what makes you think I'm gonna choose a friendship with you if you're a shitty person like that? It shouldn't. I don't know. It sounds weird, but it happened with a lot of people. So at some point, I had to look at it and be like, okay, what's the reason? What's the point of wanting to be friends with these people? And if we slowly drifted apart, that's what really fucked me up. Is that at first they were like, oh, I'm so happy for you, and you guys make a great couple, and I hope, like, I wish the best for you guys. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, how are you? What's up with you? And it went from that to not speaking for months. And it went from that to I was the only one reaching out to them. And I was like, that's not a fucking friendship. If we drifted apart, okay, cool. If people think that I changed because I got married, then okay, cool. Say it. Be a fucking adult and say that. Say, hey, I think you changed. You don't check up on me anymore, and I don't want to be your friend anymore. Alright, cool. You're an adult about it. But don't just disappear and not close that chapter. That's what I did. I was like, you know what, I don't want to have them wondering if we're still okay, if we're still friends. If they can reach out a year from now and be like, hey, I'm sorry, whatever, how are you? It doesn't work that way with me. They made a choice because not only did that happen, that they saw that we were together and they kind of drifted away, but they went towards people that made it clear that they don't like us. People that were talking shit about you. And I was like, those are not my friends. My friends wouldn't be friends with someone that talks shit about my wife that way. And be comfortable with being in the fucking same room with them. So no. They made a choice whether they liked it or not. Whether they admit it or not. So I think for a few months I forgot about it, or I just kind of pushed it away. I was like, that didn't happen. I don't know what I did, but when this shift happened, I was like, okay, I need to cut ties with a lot of people. Not just friends, but family members. I have to completely let them go. Because where I'm going, I'm going to need all the energy, all the strength that I can take with me.
Yeah, it's almost like if you hadn't cut ties, it's almost like you mentally would have brought them along with you.
Yeah. Not just mentally, but energetically. Whether when you don't have closure with people, your energy stays there. Your mind's always gonna be there. Like, I wonder how they're doing. I wonder if they even think about me. Whether you like to admit it or not, it does happen. And this way, first of all, I looked at myself. I said, did I do something wrong to them? Do I have to apologize to them for anything? The answer was no. Did they do something to me directly? No. Do I want to continue this friendship? Can we continue this friendship? And the answer was still no. So I said, okay, I need to let them know, because I'm not gonna do what they did and just disappear and leave it in limbo. I needed to make it clear and close that chapter. So that's what I did, and I don't regret it. It's not a regret. One of them did come back and was like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I did that. But I don't even feel like that apology was 100% because they were sorry. I think it's partly because they want to take what I used to give them, I guess. And I had to ask myself, is this somebody that I'm gonna allow to take and not give me anything? And the answer is no. I'm not gonna let anybody take and not give. So I had to let that person go too. And yes, it does suck, because these are the people that not just tell you like, oh, I'm your friend, I'm your brother, or whatever the fuck title they want to throw in there, but I believed it. I believed it because I wasn't secure in myself, I guess. I needed something. They were telling me that they were going to provide that, but they didn't. So again, it goes back to being honest with myself and realizing that it was time. It is time.
I'm sorry, babe.
Oh, don't be. It's okay.
Yeah, there's so much that I could say about all of that, and I feel like I always say it. I'm always saying it, and it just, the more that I say it and I hear myself back saying it over and over, it almost does look like I'm the one that's making myself the victim. I would never play the victim card. It's just, okay, if you don't want me saying this, prove me different. You know, like, show me something that I haven't said. Like, you know, and again, you think I want to be right about these things? You think that I don't, like, I want to be wrong, that you are not these people that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Something else that I... Wait, hold on, babe. Sorry to cut you off, but
good.
Something else I want to add is, I know that if for whatever chance they listen to this, they're probably gonna be like, see, we knew that because of Adi, Rob changed. I just want to make it clear that Adi has never talked bad about you guys to me. She's never told me like it's either them or me. She's never made me like come to that point where I have to make a choice between my friends or you. And if anything, being 100% honest, she wanted me to see like, these are your friends, these are your people, and I was like, no, they're not, because they wouldn't be acting the way that they are if they were. So she tried to like advocate for you guys, and I think that that's part of the reason why it did take so long for me to decide, or for me to even acknowledge that I had to make a choice, because she was telling me, these are your friends. I don't want you to not have anybody. But like I told her, they're not my friends. My friends wouldn't act that way. People that actually care about me wouldn't be this way. So I just want to make it clear that if I did change, it wasn't because of Adi. It was because of the way that you reacted to me. Not you, them.
Yeah.
Like, honestly sit there and look at yourself and wonder, or ask yourself, what did I do? Because if you're being honest with yourself, you'll have the answer. That's the reason why we drifted apart. That's the reason why we're not friends anymore. And it's not because of Adi. Because if anything, she was fighting for you guys. So I just had to clear this shit up, because I know that people are going to be like, see, I knew it.
I just hope that everything that you said, I hope that they accept and take it as truth, and not just be mad that we're saying this, like, because it's like, who are we proving ourselves to? You know what I'm saying? Because like, none of these people talk to us anymore. None of them has reached out and asked how we both were doing. It was, you know, if they did, it was all you. It wasn't me. And I was, and you know me, I was cool with that. Yeah, I was hurt. You know, I would cry over people that probably wouldn't cry over me, but it showed the both of us, right? And it's just like, damn, like us speaking on this right now, who are we proving this to? Nobody. And it's almost like, okay, well then why the fuck are you guys talking about it? Well, we don't do the Why Run podcast for you. We're doing it for people that want spiritual guidance. They want spiritual answers. These episodes aren't for shitty people like yourselves. You people don't want change. It scares the fuck out of you.
It goes with the name of the show, Why Run? You guys are running away from the truth. That's something that we're doing here.
Right.
We're telling you like the things that we're taking action on. Like they just ran away from the friendship, not cutting ties with me, not telling me like, hey, I feel this way about you. Like I think it's messed up that you don't talk to him anymore. They can't say those things because that's not true. Just because you and I got together doesn't mean that our friendship took a back seat. And even if that was the case, a friend would be understanding. Like, dude, you're fucking newlywed. Of course you're not going to be online all day, every day. You don't have time for your friends right now. But they can't even say that because in private I would still hit them up. Maybe I wasn't around like shows and stuff like that in public, but you know, in private I was like, hey, I hope you're doing well, like still checking up on them. So they can't say that I just abandoned my friends because I was in a relationship. They can't say that about me. And they keep running away from not just reality, but from what the things that they're supposed to fucking be doing. So of course they're gonna play or supposed to blame on us or on me because they can't. They're still running away from it. So I think you said that we're doing it for the people. I think we're doing it for ourselves because we're not running away from these hard topics. I think.
Yeah, why would we run?
Exactly. We didn't do anything wrong. And if somebody out there feels like we did, tell us. Because nobody has told us shit. People just stopped talking to us. People unfollowed us. And it was like, okay, cool. You know, we weren't that fucking deep-ass friends. Like, we weren't that close. So people just disappearing from our lives is, okay, cool. You decided, but you didn't come and tell us anything. So I'm not going to sit here and fucking wonder about those certain people that just disappeared. All right, cool. Whatever. But there was a handful of people that I thought I was close with, that I valued their friendship, and they did the same thing. And I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to tell you why I am walking away from this friendship. That's what I did. So I confronted the issue. No, they both responded, which is kind of funny. That I didn't send the third one. I thought I had, and I didn't. So I guess if I feel the urge to send it, I will. But one of them just said, okay, cool. The other one apologized, but still didn't feel 100% genuine. So I know it's over, and I'm okay with that. But I just had to say that we're not running away from these things that we're supposed to be doing. You guys are running away from it. And I know who you're talking about, and that, that person didn't even tell me shit. They just blocked me for no fucking reason. So, why you running away, bro?
Well, let me say very quickly why I ghosted people. Yes, if you feel like I ghosted you, I'm not replying to your messages or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna say right now, yeah, I did ghost you. I'm gonna keep ghosting you because I blocked you. Why? Because tapping it back to previous situations that happened in multiple live casts, you chose sides. when you were a witness to me getting trampled and said nothing on my behalf. And I'm not saying you should have went in on that person talking shit. What I'm saying is, if you are friends with me and shit person that is trying to destroy me in front of you, I expect that if you were friends with shit person, to come get your boy. Why didn't you tell that motherfucker to chill out? Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down? You said nothing. You didn't tell him to stop. You never said, and you attend this shit person's cast. And you all go to other people's cast. Shit person shows up. You're licking his whole asshole. Talking, joking. As if you weren't there watching this person stomp all over me. And I gave you motherfuckers a chance. Nothing. Should I have said anything? That should have been you. That should have been you. All of you. But you guys, like always, attend, listen, and support not just a shit show, but a shit person. Fuck yeah, you're cut off. I gave you guys a chance. And if you're sitting there like a stupid ass, like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bullshit. If shit person were to make a cast talking about that incident, you guys would have been there and none of you guys would have said anything. And if you guys do, it's private on Discord, on IG DM, or text messages. That's fucked up. You guys are all fucking cowards. All of you. You guys were never my friends. Just because you guys kick it all fucking day on a shit platform that supports and keeps these motherfuckers top tier. Fuck all of you. You guys do not know how to be friends. You guys are friends 1 minute. Next thing you know, you guys are ticked off at each other. Talking your shit. And then all of a sudden, you guys are back to licking each other's asses as if nothing happened. What kind of fucking sick friendship is that? Tell me. Because I can guarantee you guys that is not friendship. You all have fucking mental illnesses. But who the fuck is gonna tell you that?
They know that. That's the fucked up thing.
Man, they're all fucking cowards. Now you guys know why I'm not talking to you, why I'm not replying to your messages, is because you all made that fucking choice to roll and stay with that sick motherfucker. And don't lie. Don't fucking lie. You guys didn't hear me say shit. You guys are delusional. You guys do not know how to be friends. You guys don't. You guys just show up because there's nothing in your fucking lives. Nothing going on. In your personal life, in your career, in your relationships, in your so-called marriages. Why? Because you guys say that about us. If you guys really were important people as you guys fucking talk like you guys are, you're not. What the fuck are you guys doing for the world? What are you doing for your community? What are you guys doing for each other? What are you guys doing in your own household? And you guys will never talk about it. Because I said that before. You guys will never put your own shit out there for anyone to talk shit on. Why? Because you guys do the same exact fucking thing. And you guys support people that pick on others that do that shit. Yeah, you guys will never talk about your personal selves. You guys will never share what the fuck is wrong with you. You guys will continue to hide behind memes as profile pictures. Pictures that are of other people or animations that are not you. It does not represent you. We know who you are due to your fucking actions. And we hold you guys accountable, but you guys don't do that shit. You guys just show up for a shit show.
That's why it's easier to cut us off.
Of course. It's easy for them. It's easy for them to do that shit because they feel like they have no one to answer to.
Yeah.
But they want to quote, only God can judge me. But you know what? I will judge you. You are a shit person supporting shit people. I will judge you because that's mean. It's rude. I will judge you as long as we all share the same planet. I will judge you while you are here. And you are mean. You're not a good human being. Change yourself. Fix yourself. We'll see if you do it. But I fucking doubt it. Now, do we get into sacred spaces?
I was about to say that. I was going to say, how much time do we have? Do we even have time for that?
It's all you. You're more on a schedule. We have about another hour.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Get into it.
Well, I want to take a quick break if we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what, like 5 minutes?
5 minutes? Yes.
Or, no, I think 5 minutes is too long. How about 2 minutes?
Okay.
Are you good with 2 minutes or you need 3 minutes?
I need 4 minutes.
Okay. 4 minutes, people. Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. We will be right back right after this, so stay tuned. Are you good, babe?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I needed some water. We have water pouring outside here in Arizona right now. So you were right. Yesterday you said that it was gonna rain today.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that wasn't spiritual. That was because I saw the radar. I saw you were gonna get the rain that we got.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the heads up. Because I don't check the weather app. Yeah, sometimes I do, like when I'm doing deliveries, and then it's like, it's raining tomorrow. Cancel. Yes.
Cancel queen.
Yes, I am. What? But yeah, so the next part of this Why Run Podcast Live is going to be about spiritual sacred spaces. And I want to talk about this because if any of you out there have a spiritual ability, doesn't matter what it is, if you guys get, predictions, visions, dreams, even a thought, right? The mind is a very powerful organ in your body. That's my ability. And I haven't said it in a long time, but yes, my spiritual ability is focused on the mind. So my job is to make you think about what you're doing. Because the mind, it can open a lot of things, like your creativity, your imagination, like when you're studying, it's understanding something, it's all of these things, right? And for me, I'm telling you that even if you have a thought, I don't care if it's a modern thought or a spiritual thought, it's your thoughts. And that's kind of your spiritual sacred place. At least it's one of them. Okay, I believe that we have many. And when you are in your spiritual sacred place, or space, inside your mind, you can and probably have experienced an intruder. What is an intruder? Okay, an intruder is someone that obviously you don't like, or they don't like you. It could be a friend that turned enemy. It could be an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, your ex-husband. It could be someone that you're beefing with at your job, at school, someone that you feel you are always being attacked, someone that gives you anxiety when they come around. Intruders have a lot of fucking faces. Okay? And I'm telling you these things because I don't want you to get confused. I'm trying to open up your mind to these things because, again, who's going to tell you that? Okay? So stay focused. These are intruders. Okay? And if you are in your spiritual sacred space, what is it? Where is it? What's in it? Who do you allow in it? How do you feel when you're in it? It's all of these things, right, that bring you comfort. It's your sanctuary. And it's supposed to be protected. So I'm pretty sure you are all there right now as you're listening to this. And you should be. Now, I don't want to say imagine your intruder because it's almost like you're welcoming them into your sacred space. But if you can separate modern, because this person is a modern person coming from a modern place, separate the modern with the spiritual, with your spiritual sacred space. Okay, now you've identified both, right? Now, what I want you guys to do is, how do you keep the intruder from coming? How do you ward them off? Because let me tell you, I want you to close yourself off to what I'm going to tell you guys. So, yesterday, I told Rob to listen to a song. It fucked him up, but I was on the right track. But let me tell you, I sent him a song. It was on YouTube. We pressed play at the same time, but on my side, the song was being distorted. So I cut it off, and then I started listening to him listening to it. And we were meditating at the same time. And I'm not going to get into everything that I've seen because I'm keeping that for myself. All right? But I saw, or I felt that I was in Rob's spiritual sacred space, but it was a fake.
Yeah, it was like somebody tried to clone
Yes.
it, and obviously they haven't been in it, so they don't know what it looks like.
Right. It did not look or feel like it was his sacred space. And off in the distance, in the darkness, okay, why in the dark, right? Unless this bitch is hiding, and it's so funny because she is hiding in modern. But I seen this woman kind of like floating towards me from the dark. And I recognized her immediately. And I was like, ow, okay. So there you are. And you said it. You said it, Rob, that this person or these people, they don't know what our sanctuary looks like. And let me tell you, and I don't know if you remember, but I think it was in my cast where I was like, yeah, I've been in Rob's box. And this person was like, oh, what is it like in there? And I said, luxurious.
Yes, I remember that.
And it was nothing like that. It looked like or felt like it was like a 1980s computer background monitor, and it was about to crash. That's what it looked like. It was very blocky and dark, and just very dark, black and white. It was mirroring the floor, which is nothing but black tile with white grout, and off way trailing in all the way back. It was just darkness. And this bitch was floating to me in like a white gown, and of course looks horrible. And and it was like, oh, okay, so you're showing yourself. You're revealing yourself. Like you're trying to scare me, or it's almost like, okay, so you've been in the background in the darkness still watching us, spying, and it could look like a lot of things, right? And that's the whole thing about me telling you guys that if you just have a thought, because what I'm explaining to you is, yes, what I saw, but it's all of these, they're assumptions right now. But it's the fact that we're thinking of it and we're speaking it out in existence. We're speaking it out into the void so that it is documented. Because if you guys remember my previous Why Run episodes, I did say there are things out there listening. Whether they are good, whether they are bad, you have things out there listening to you. So me saying it is like, okay, I caught you. I saw you. This is what you look like. This is why I think you're here. This is what I think you're trying to do. Or this is what I think you're trying to say to me. I will grab that bitch by through every loophole. I'm going to say it. So that if or when it happens, it's no surprise, and I got something for you. Because it is our job as spiritual beings to catch these people, entities, behaviors, moods, spirits. It's our job to catch them and throw them where? In the fire. So,
the funny thing about that is, I don't sit around thinking about people from my past. I don't really have time to think about anyone or anything. It's just whatever's in the front of me, pretty much. But 2 days before yesterday, this person just randomly popped into my mind. And I was like, haven't seen her for a while. Or haven't heard anything about her for a while. I wonder where she's at. Not how she's doing, I don't give a fuck about that, but I was just like, I wonder where she's at. And then this happened.
And then you failed to mention that you never mentioned that to me.
Right. No, I didn't tell you until after you told me. I was like, that's kind of funny, because a couple days ago she popped in my mind.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And you didn't say anything?
No, because it was just a random thought. I was in the kitchen and I was like, what the hell? Okay, so when you were saying right now, like, picture your sacred, what was it? Sacred spiritual space?
Yes.
So, I don't know if people that are listening do this, but it's almost like when you're decompressing from your stressful day. It's that place, the place that you mentally go to. Or when you're meditating, it's the place that you go to. Or your happy place, as modern people call it. That's what she's talking about. That's your spiritual sacred place or space. So you don't have to be 100% in the spiritual stuff to have a place where you go to zen yourself, and nobody should be there, right? So imagine yourself, or picture you're in that place and then somebody just randomly pops up to you, and it happens to me all the time. If somebody just pops in my mind, I'm like, I blow it off. I'm like, I don't know why they're there. I don't know why they popped up in my mind. Whatever. And what Adi's been trying to get me to do is, like, you have to see why they're there. They don't just pop up for no reason. There's a reason for it. So that's what we're talking about. You need to ask yourself, why are they there? What are they coming with? Is it a message? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? So I do have to put that in practice, because like I said, sometimes it just happens and I blow it off. And I don't tell you because we have so many other things to talk about. But Yeah, I do need to work on that. So.
Yeah, that's that place is yours. That sacred place is yours. It belongs to you. No one else unless you welcome people in it.
Right.
Because for me, sometimes when I feel myself, let's just say not being myself or feeling a bit lost and I need Rob, but he's not modernly available, right? For me, spiritually, yes, he's there, but like sometimes I need to be closer to him. And for me, it's like I go to his box. I go to his black cube and I feel safe. And I feel welcomed. I feel like it's our home.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went there, it was not it. It wasn't it. And to have this person in there floating at me, looking raunchy and disgusting as all hell, it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And
but to point it out,
it was not yours.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's not yours.
You know what it is. You know what it feels like. You know what it smells like. You know what it makes you feel like. And that place wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone is listening thinking that I let someone else into my box, no, that's not it. This intruder tried to recreate or clone what she thought my box was like. That's what she was showing Audrey. And no, bitch, you got it wrong.
I cashed you out, bitch.
Drag your ass out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that that's what your spiritual sacred space is supposed to be. It belongs to you. You make it how you are as a person. That's why I say if you want a space like that, be a good person. Because if you're not, it's not going to be given to you. It's not going to be shown to you. And you're just floating around with no home, almost. Like you're homeless. You don't have a safe place to go to. And I think everyone should have that place. So I would say if you're listening to this and you want that for yourself, you can. Do good things. Be positive. Have good thoughts. Be kind to all living things. Yes, that does include being nice to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be true.
Yeah, it has to be genuine too. You can't fake it. You can't just pretend to be a nice person because you think you're gonna get.
It's gonna know. It's gonna know that you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You can't trick spirituality. It's like you can't trick yourself.
Mhm. At the end of the day, you're gonna know. I was gonna ask you because we are talking about secret places or spaces. You call it spaces, right? Okay, I'm gonna call it spaces. I have multiple. Does that mean that I'm like an extra good person?
Okay, if you have multiples, okay, but I think.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, I just remembered something.
What?
You remember that wall that I told you about?
Wall.
That torture wall? The torture wall?
Yes.
Didn't I tell you that she was there watching?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, shit. Damn, I didn't connect it until just now. Anyway.
You know what? I think this means that she might be showing herself very soon, unless she's already come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. But back to what you were saying.
I was just gonna say that I think yes, you do have multiple places, but I also think there are places that we've been. Like, because we travel. Like, you travel on your own, I travel on my own, but we also travel together. And so, I think all the places that we travel to, I think they not our own, but it's like, yeah, like we've just been there, and it's almost like we're still there. Because I think those places kind of allow us to keep our sanity in the modern. So I don't think we let go of these places.
Yeah.
You know, because we traveled everywhere. Even underwater and stuff, and I know these people are thinking like, okay, these guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay.
You don't have to understand it, but I was gonna tell you when you said underwater and stuff like that. There's two places that seem dark and scary. Yet I feel comfortable there, and I know what I've done. I know what we've done there. I know what it means, and when I put myself back there, or when I just envision that place, I already know what that means. So, I guess I say that to say, like, it's not paradise all the time. It's not gonna be, a place where there's rainbows and animals and this beautiful feeling and all that. It could be a dark place. It could be somewhere that fucking reeks, but you're safe there. That is also a sacred space. There's a reason why you're there, or you get put there.
Yeah, it's like you have to acknowledge and pay attention to everything that you see. You can't just be there and be like, oh, well, I guess I'm here. And it's like, yeah, you were sent there for a reason, so you better pay attention and look around. And keep it, and it's like when you come back to modern, yeah, you're supposed to, or you should document it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something too, but I think it got away from me. But yeah, for me, I know people at the time, they probably thought or didn't understand when you said that I went to hell. Right?
I don't think they said it.
Yeah. Well, you said when you went to hell. You said that part.
I told you that earlier.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, like, if people are like, what the fuck? That's why I was just gonna explain.
Hold on though. I'm tripping now. I thought that was a recording.
No, was it?
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It wasn't on this cast.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, I don't think we have time to get into that part.
Yeah, long story short, yes, I went to hell. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yes. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, okay. So, what? Should we do a little promo of, like, random clips, or are we inserting that into an episode?
The hell one?
Well, I mean, all of the ones that we were planning, should we say? What, okay. Like the segments and all of that?
No.
Not yet? Okay.
No.
Okay.
So tune into the next one, because we will be talking about some thoughts that I've been having about heaven. Not necessarily hell, just heaven.
I'll talk about hell.
It's not what people think. So tune in for that.
Yes.
You'll talk about hell?
Yes, I will talk about hell. Well, and I hope everybody's gonna be there for it.
Literally? Really? In hell?
I'll give you guys a tour. On this side, we have
the torture wall. I've been to hell twice.
And it was very welcoming, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of scary how it is like I got a tour, but it was like, you can't stay here, you don't belong here. And I was like, okay. Like, it's almost like you're in the grocery store and they're telling you, like, don't touch anything, or at an antique place and they're like, don't touch anything. So to me it was just like, look, don't touch, you're not staying here. So I was like, okay. But,
yeah, and when you were floating away to heaven, I was like, bye bye, see you later. Yes.
Yeah,
but we will talk about that in the next episode, and I think everyone would be there for it. But yeah, I think that is the end of this episode. And thank you, babe, for joining me as always.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So you guys got a little snippet of what the next episode is going to be like. And yes, don't forget to check out my other podcast, which is the Re-Up Podcast. Check it out because I want you guys to see my new podcast cover. I'm quite proud of it. So yeah, you guys go check it out. I just published part 2 of my A1C plus whining and complaining part 2, 3/3/24. Check it out. And Rob was laughing at the title, whining and complaining. I was towards the end of that one, and then it just dropped, and then I had to come back with a part 2 because I lost the second half of it, so I had to make a part 2. So check out part 1 and part 2. And yeah, tomorrow there's gonna be another Re-Up release. And if let's see what episode that one is. That tomorrow's episode is called I think it was declining rideshare and delivery offers on the highway. So check that one out tomorrow. All right, you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And when would you want to go live again, babe?
What's today?
What?
What is today?
Today is Thursday. March 7th.
Saturday.
Okay.
Do you have time on Saturday?
Yes. If not, I will make time.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys come back and see us right here on the Why Run Podcast Live on Saturday, March 9th. I can't count. 8, 9.
Yes.
Alrighty, we will see you guys on Saturday. Peace.